Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. It's certainly lovely to have you with me today. I'm going to do a general twin flames reading today because I know that there are also divine masculines who watch my channel, and I did a divine masculine reading yesterday, so I want to just bring the energies in together and see what's going on. Yeah, I'm just feeling guided to do that. It's pretty early here in Australia, and it's kind of cold today. Not freezing cold, but just cool. And so I've got my heater on. So if you can hear a zzzz in the background, in the background, and if I don't make sense at all, it's because I literally just got up not long ago. So you can laugh at me when I stumble over my words. But usually there's meaning in that too, so there are no mistakes, I always say. Okay, so we've got cards like popping out left, right and center already, just literally falling out right now. So I'm just being guided to put them in places, and then I'm going to tell you the little story that's going on. Wow. Okay, so Divine Masculine wants to speak. He's first up today, so I'm just shuffling a little bit more for Divine Feminine. She doesn't seem to be as, obvious. Oh yes, she is. Here we go. Okay. So this is okay. So as you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, when I get a channeled message, sometimes my throat chakra plays up. So if I keep drinking water and I keep excusing myself all the time, after the video, once I've got the message out, it'll go away and it will be as if I never had the issue. So it's just something that empathically happens to me. So if I'm coughing and clearing my throat during the video, I do apologize. It's just part of the way I channel messages sometimes. And also, I did get the message today from Spirit that some of you have got a wheat allergy. So if you're waking up in the morning and you've got phlegm or saliva coming up on the lung, off of the lung, some of you need to give up smoking, but that's, in your own time when you're ready. That's not what I'm not talking about addictions today, but some of you have got a wheat allergy, which means your body will recognize wheat, when it goes and is ingested into the stomach, and it will see it as a bit of a threat. And so what it will do is it will have an inflammatory response, and it will try and get rid of it. And so if you've got phlegm coming up and you haven't got a cold or a flu or anything, it will, you'll literally wake up in the morning and you'll have all this phlegm sitting here, and you might have a runny nose. Now this is allergy symptoms most usually, and of course go and see, whoever you trust, or as in, I'm not giving anyone any medical advice. I'm just suggesting that some of you, as a channeled message, may have an intolerance to wheat. Okay, so that's just, you can go and, Google that, or you can go and, see your health practitioner, whether that's a natural practitioner or a Western, practitioner. That's up to you. So I'm just letting you know that I feel very strongly that some of you are allergic to wheat, and also some of you could have issues with dairy. Okay, and that will cause a similar response. So take that how it resonates for you. The other health message here, and like I say, it's only a message, disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. So, go and do your own research, go and see your own medical professional regarding this. But some of you are lacking very much in vitamin B12. 40% of the population doesn't have enough vitamin B12. And I've spoken about this before in my videos. This will include foods like tuna, foods like spinach, eggs, liver, You know, some of you won't eat meat, so that won't be relevant. Look up vitamin B12 foods and make sure that you are having vitamin B12 foods every single day. Okay, in Australia we have this wonderful product called Vegemite, and you know, you can spread it on your toast in the morning, and it's packed full, unless you've got a wheat allergy, and then you can't have bread. So, but you can even put Vegemite, which is, you know, a spread, into a glass of warm water and stir it around, and you know, have it and drink it to get the vitamin B's. I think it's got more than one B vitamin in it. So yes, the other thing is iron. Make sure you've got an iron supplement, or if you eat meat, have some iron every day, because this is the other place where people are lacking in their diet. And these things, vitamin B12 deficiency, an iron deficiency, and also an allergy to something like wheat can cause people to become very, very unwell, and very quickly, and you know, for a long period of time. Okay, so I do have a health background, but you know, like I say, this is, you know, disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not here giving anyone advice on their own medical things, because you know, each of us have individual bodies, each of us, you know, react differently to different foods and different products, and different, you know, like someone might be allergic to nuts and someone else may not be. So it's kind of, you know, a thing where it's a very individualized thing. But I'm just suggesting that if you're waking up at the moment and you've got phlegm in your throat, you might be coughing, you might have a runny nose, you know, this is very much, you know, what an allergy will do. And a lot of people forget that, you know, there are allergies to food. Okay, so a lot of people think, oh, I've just got, you know, hay fever, or I've just got you know, a cold, or you know, I've got sinus problems or something like that. But in actual fact, you know, many of these times people actually have an allergy to food. You know, there are many foods that are processed, especially with a whole lot of numbers in them, that our bodies aren't used to having. And for some of us, you know, wheat can be an issue. Okay, so just take that how it resonates for you. That message isn't for everyone, but it's a very, very important message, because if you are allergic to wheat, you know, it can cause an asthmatic reaction, which means that, you know, you won't be able to breathe properly if you have too much wheat. Okay, so, you know, it does become a very important issue. And I think that for one or two, or, you know, maybe a dozen of you listening today, you're going to resonate with this message. And maybe even, you know, I mean, you could even just stop eating wheat for a week and see the difference, you know, because that's not going to really change anything, you know, in a, I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, that's the health message. Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Do as you wish, don't do as I say, okay? All right. Because I was born blonde, which is a joke, of course, and I love blonde people, but I always joke because when I was a little girl, I used to play with Barbie, and I don't know, it's kind of a cute little thing where, as a little girl, you know, you've got these little dolls, and you've got your Ken doll, and you've got your Barbie doll, and, you know, they can't speak, and they have no, you know, inner emotion, you know, they literally just are dolls. And so sometimes I find the Barbie reference funny, not to put anyone down, and not to say that blondes are this way, or, you know, redheads are that way, or anything like that, but you know, sometimes I joke about myself and say, well, I'm like Barbie, I'm being a bit, you know, what's the word I'm trying to say? I don't know, like an airhead, you know, like the, like the information in my head is kind of missing today. You know, just as a funny joke. But anyway, if I'm not making any sense, I just woke up. And I also love to laugh. So, you know, this guy Harry, you know, he's part of my channel too. I don't know, I just find him really cute. I find him really fun. I think we're too serious sometimes. So, you know, this guy can make us, you know, have a bit of fun sometimes. He's kind of squidgy, so you can hug him. And you know, at this time in the world, it's really good to laugh. It's really good to connect with friends that you trust, and it's really, really good you know, to try and make yourself feel as good as you can and stay high vibrational. I have 2 videos on ascension and staying high vibrational at this time. They're literally called video 1 and video 2. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. I will be making more in that series to help people stay high vibrational. But let's get into the energies now. I may do a timestamp for this. Yeah, I'll probably do, you know, in the comments, I'll say when the reading starts. And it's, yeah, about 11:11, which is good because that's the twin flame number. Okay, so let's look into the energy now. We've got the joint energy here of feeling fairly grounded. Feeling, you know, as if everything is kind of okay, you know, for both the twins. All right, so, you know, grounding in the root chakra, connecting with Gaia, perhaps even going into nature. You know, I'm feeling very strongly that this is divine feminine energy, feeling as though she's got enough, feeling as though she's done a lot of work on herself. And it's, you know, I'm drawn to the flowers up the top here, you know. It's, you know, everything is kind of blooming for divine feminine right now. I mean, there may have been a few things there with the yellow around. I'm drawn to, you know, talking about the solar plexus a little bit, because sometimes, you know, divine feminine can feel as though her power is lost. But in general, this card is really positive because it's, you know, it's saying that the lower chakras are fairly well intact. You know, the root chakra, the solar plexus, and the sacral are quite, you know, well balanced right now. And so she's feeling grounded. So she's not in a fear-based energy. So that's a really positive thing. Divine masculine is feeling, has been feeling in the past as though, you know, his mind took over for a little while there. You know, this is in the recent past. He felt as though, you know, he was thinking about multiple things, you know, his job, his situation where he lives, his partnerships with friends, his, you know, perhaps a karmic partnership for some of the divine masculines who are married. You know, this is a dark energy. This is a feeling of exhaustion. This is a feeling of, I don't know what to do. And then, you know, for divine masculine, there sometimes has been another woman, not necessarily that they're dating or seeing, but another woman in their life causing them havoc. Could be an ex, could be, you know, a family member or a close family member, friend, you know, but someone just stirring the pot a little bit here. You know, this is for me the other woman card today. I read intuitively, so like I want you to understand that, you know, certain cards when they come together, you know, represent something for me, and then I also am you know, pulling from my own intuition. So yeah, so there's a big difference here already before we even get into the reading between divine feminine, the way she's feeling, and the way divine masculine's feeling. Although this 10 of Swords here is in the past, in the recent past, you know, but he's still aware of these energies. He's still aware that, you know, the drama and the drama has, you know, been there in the past. So he's still feeling this energy to some extent. Okay. So I've got a little bit more of a story coming through before I go to divine masculine and then divine feminine. So So despite all this drama that Divine Masculine's been in the recent past, he is feeling passionate. He is feeling as though he can manifest and do an action in his physical world. He realizes too that, you know, the angelic realm, or whoever he believes in, you know, source energy, God, Buddha, Allah, Gaia, whoever it is that he believes in, you know, he may not be religious, he may just be spiritual, right? But he realizes that he's being called now to come into the twin flame journey. Okay, I'm also seeing the cross here on this card. You know, to me, it's kind of like, you know, representing the red cross, helping others. Divine Masculine has been helping others to heal, you know, giving guidance to people around him. Giving guidance to people around him, although the people around him haven't been listening. You know, they're kind of in this la 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 la, right? All I can say is that you can give guidance to people, Divine Masculine, if you're listening, and Divine Feminine, this will be relevant for you too. You can give as much guidance as you want to give, but if those people aren't willing to listen or aren't ready to listen, you'll literally come across people like this. You know, it's like Sandra Bullock in that movie where she's got to wear the blindfold. You know, they literally don't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going, and so when they listen to you, they're so confused about where they are in the world anyway that it's hard for them to grasp your information. Okay, those who have ears to listen will hear the message, and those who do not are not ready to hear it. So Divine Masculine, I want you to have strength. Divine Masculine, I want you to have strength at this time and know that God is with you, or whoever you believe in. Okay, my channel will not promote any particular religion or any particular belief system. I will make reference to God sometimes, but please know, I mean, you know, whatever you believe in. I mean, some people believe, you know, that there's just the universe, or that there's just, you know, I don't know, some people believe in aliens, so that's fine too. You know, whatever it is that you believe in, you know, you're bringing this knowledge down into you and you're taming it. You're taming yourself, you're taming the ego, so that you can come into this alchemy, this magic work that you're doing, this magic light work. This is healing energy here. Again, I'm drawn to this, you know, the angelic realm, helping others. Both Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine have been helping others. Even if that's just family, it's still helping others. Okay? You know, there are a lot of people coming unstuck and undone at this time. So all the help you can give them, staying in love and light and high vibration, will benefit you and it will benefit the planet at this time. So Divine Masculine wants to speak now. And he's saying that, you know, sometimes it's hard to get rid of these toxic situations. Sometimes it's hard to stop having an addiction. Sometimes it's hard to stop, you know, doing things that feel comforting to him. You know, this might be gambling for some. This might be watching pornography. This might be eating, you know, in excess. This might be smoking. This might be drinking. This might be, you know, drug taking. I'm feeling for most Divine Masculines in this collective that this is a past energy. Okay, they're wanting to come into this lovely page energy, this innocent energy, which we had yesterday, in fact. And it's, you know, this knowledgeable, loving energy, this I want to give you my heart, you know, energetically, and I want to tell you that I love you. I want to show you this love. You know, I don't want to be a bad boy, you know. He doesn't want to be a bad boy anymore. He doesn't want to be doing things that no longer serve him. This is a letting go of things that no longer serve him, including people, places, and things, and or addictions that no longer serve him. Because the truth is here. The truth is here. The decision has been made to go towards the twin flame journey. I said this yesterday. So this is a reiteration of the same storyline that we had yesterday. Divine Masculine is certain now. He has complete clarity. This connection is divinely guided. He's making the decision to come into this. You know, this is the Lovers. This is a twin flame card. He knows what he needs to do. He doesn't have all the abundance yet. This energy is lacking still. He still is looking for pentacles or money to bring this in. Okay, that's his barrier right now. He doesn't quite have enough. But he's willing to do whatever it takes to defend his own abundance so that he can come into wish fulfillment. Okay, this is the wish fulfillment card. You know, this guy has nearly got all the cups of, you know, these are love cups. Cups represent love. He's only missing one. So the only cup that he's missing here is perhaps a little more self-love, because, you know, the devil energy is still showing up here saying, you know, look, you might have an addiction to get rid of. There might be, you know, something in your world that's not serving you anymore. Okay, so he's still got one cup to gain in the love department, and that might just be love of self, loving himself enough to let go of a person, place or thing or situation, so he no longer has to be in this defensive energy. Because we don't want to be in this defensive energy, Divine Masculine. We don't want to be defending all the time. We want to be in the love space, and if people or places or things come to you that are not for you, you can simply walk away from them. There doesn't need to be an argument. You don't need to be defensive and argumentative. You can simply walk away. So let's see what's going on with Divine Feminine now on the other side. Divine Feminine, you're so beautiful. You're waiting for this marriage to come in. For some of you, you're waiting for a marriage to end. Perhaps you are getting divorced or leaving another partner. You know, there's still going to be a little bit of a struggle here. A little bit of dance that needs to happen. And you are, you know, effectively looking things up, researching, Googling. I love that word, Googling. Looking up the information you need to serve you so that you can be victorious in your twin flame journey. You know, for you, you're feeling grounded. You're already feeling fairly stable in terms of, you know, yourself. Maybe not necessarily your employment. For some of you, you are, you know, having issues with employment, I feel. But with the twin flame journey, you feel that it can be victorious if you can just get enough information together so that you can move forward into this union. Because the Divine Masculine yesterday, for this collective, stated that he wants the sun. You know, he wants to be married. And if you don't believe in marriage, he wants a partnership or perhaps to move in together. You know, these sunflowers represent truth here. You know, Divine Masculine knows the truth about the connection, and so does Divine Feminine. You can see her here looking very free, knowing that the twin flame journey is a freeing experience, especially when you let go into it. She has loved Divine Masculine for an exceptionally long time. She has gone within. She has had faith. She has, you know, believed in herself. It's taken a lot for Divine Feminine to believe in herself. Traditionally, the feminine energy is one of self-demise or, you know, lack of self-esteem, a lack of, you know, realizing that they are good enough, you know. questions like, you know, am I too fat? Am I not good enough? Am I, you know, not smart enough? Or am I not loving enough? Or, you know, do I have enough money? Or do I have, you know, am I a good mother? Or will I be a good mother? You know, all of these questions used to be going on for Divine Feminine, which was causing a lack of self-esteem. And then she came into this knowing that love was the only answer. You know, having faith, knowing that God or whoever you believe in has your back in this connection, is taking care of it divinely, in divine timing. And all she needs to do is love herself, which she's doing. She's doing that, and she's going forward slowly but steadily. You know, she's not rushing in. She's not being crazy. She's not, for this collective, she's not chasing Divine Masculine. She's having respect for the connection. She's having respect for herself. Okay? And this is really beautiful. This is so beautiful. So I want to find out what Divine Masculine's not saying now, and then what Divine Feminine's not saying, and then I'll close out the reading. If you haven't been to my channel before, I welcome you today. It's lovely to have you here with me. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of those things. And if you want to reach out to me, my details, you know, my email address is in the description box below. So I welcome you to you know, find me if you need a reading or anything, some clarity. But if you're watching my videos, you generally will resonate with the message. And if you're just watching the videos because you are trying to understand about the twin flame journey, then they'll benefit you as well. But they may, you know, the energies may not be coming in for you exactly at this time. So what am I guided to do here? All right, let's just take a look at the general energy here. The general energy is this Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm feeling it's a past energy related for both twin flames, you know, to material stability and security and financial gain. Okay, there's this feeling of needing to hold on to money, you know, that there's not going to be enough, but this is reversed. So, you know, both twins are starting to realize and have faith and trust that there is more coming, that there will be good done here, that there will be, you know, a communication is the next card I have here, the Eight of Wands, a communication, which says here, a quick end of all troubles. I can't guarantee that, of course. This is what the card says. Wouldn't that be good? A quick end to all of your troubles, you know, snap your finger and everything's perfect. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Okay, a sense of burden taken off of your shoulders, a move into the right directions, and a feeling of accomplishment. So this is what's coming for both twins, you know. So have faith or belief in that that's what's happening. You know, the next part of the equation is having the Queen of Pentacles here, which is what, you know, we had on the bottom of the deck. Feeling stable, feeling grounded. The lower chakras are, you know, not blocked, working clear. You know, you've done an awful lot of work on yourself, Divine Feminine and Masculine, and you should be wonderfully proud of yourselves for doing such a thing. Because, you know, the universe is here saying, I'm bringing you the Ace of Pentacles. This is the beginning of prosperity. This is security and stability on its way. A monetary gain and financial improvements, which is what is keeping a lot of twin flames apart, is the monetary factor as well as the location factor. So this is my sneaky cheeky deck. It doesn't have a name. I literally just bought it on eBay one day. And it kind of just, you know, it didn't have packaging or anything. It just was literally wrapped up, you know, in plastic. So I can't give you the name of it. But I love, you know, all the colors of these cards are really very beautiful. And it's the traditional Rider-Waite deck, and they've even printed a couple of extra cards, you know, so you might have 2 Six of Swords or 2, you know, 2 of something, which is always, you know, there's no mistakes. There's, you know, that's a synchronicity. Okay, so I digressed, didn't I? I went off track there. Let's go back into, let's do Divine Feminine first. What she wants to say but isn't saying, okay? She's got the Tower with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Magician, okay? So she has had some sort of epiphany here, Divine Feminine has. She has understood that if she stays and remains calm, that she won't get off balance. Okay, so I'll give you a little scenario so you understand what I mean here. If you walked outside, you know, in the morning you walked outside, and I don't know, you had a pet cat, and the cat got caught in the gate, right? Let's say there's no injury, it's just caught, you know, it just got its head stuck in the gate. Now there's 2 ways that you can react to something like this. So you could kind of, you know, start screaming, oh my God, Larry, no, how did you get stuck in the gate? What am I going to do? And, you know, you start crying and you start freaking out and, you know, what am I going to do? And you could call, I don't know, 18 people that you know to come and help you, as one scenario. Okay, you could totally lose it and freak out over Larry the cat being stuck in the gate. Okay, or you could walk up to the cat and, you know, remain as calm as possible to keep the cat as calm as possible, and you could pat it, and you could, you know, maybe get someone to help you, or go and get some pliers or something and just bend back the piece of mesh that you know that it's stuck in. And so you can remain calm as a choice, as an active choice, so that the cat is freed. Okay, so there's always a choice on how you react. Okay, no matter what's going on in your physical reality or in your 3rd dimensional world, you always have a choice on how to react. Now, if you're low vibrational, as in if you're in your lower emotions, a lower frequency of anger, fear, jealousy, stress, you know, all of those lower things that make you feel like, you know, you're tight, right? You cannot problem solve because you're too stressed. And so you will react rather than act to a situation. So, you know, someone might ring you up and you might say, you know, oh, bugger off, I don't want any telemarketing calls today, you know, and you might swear at them or something, you know, in the lower vibrational energies, you know, in the distorted energy of, you know, the low vibration, you know. And if you're in your higher frequency, in joy and love and happiness, that frequency would allow you to say, oh, well, thank you for calling today. However, you know, I'm not interested, but have a lovely day and goodbye. So you know, you see the difference in the reaction of something. There's always a choice on how to react. So Divine Feminine is realizing this, and this is enabling the Magician card to come in, because she's actually in control of her own world now, because she understands that how she reacts is going to affect her health, her well-being, her sanity. You know, some Divine Feminines have children that run around and they're all crazy, especially at this time. Imagine being, you know, locked away in your house with 10 kids, right? You've got to have a little bit of depth in how you react to situations. You know, I'm not saying we're not, you know, I mean, we all have bad days and we all react and we all get angry and, you know, frustrated. But as soon as you realize this, you can actually bring it back in. You can rein this in and change it. And this is what Divine Feminine's learning to do. And within this energy, she is staying on the right path. She can start a great new enterprise with regard to work if she wants to. She can put all of her skills to good use because she's high vibrational. And staying in this high vibration means that, you know, people, places and things will be attracted to her naturally. And this is exciting. This is where she can make more money if she wants to. This is where she can bring her twin flame into her. This is where she can, you know, have abundance in all areas of her life, whether it's monetary or with love or, you know, with family or whatever. So that's a really beautiful divine feminine. She's done a lot of work on herself. Okay, let's move to divine masculine. What you don't necessarily know about him right now is that he's been thinking about coming in for a very long time. This has been the general message for a while now. He wants to move forward to, you know, in the right direction towards the twin flame journey here. He wants a new beginning. He wants to move in with divine feminine. If he needs to move overseas, this is a little bit stagnant now because of the way the situation is in the world. You know, travel is restricted, whether that's by car, by plane, by train, by boat. He's recently had this transformation. You know, this is the death card in the tarot. This is, you know, a beautiful transformational change for the better. This is, you know, going within and feeling the emotion and letting the emotion out that doesn't feel good anymore. Working through the inner turmoil of past energy. A lot of it's been past energy. We have the high priestess here. You know, knowledge. He has the knowledge. He may have had a few secrets too, you know, that he kept to himself about how he feels about certain things. For many divine masculines, it's a very difficult thing to come into the energy of telling people about how they feel. You know, their emotions, the undercurrent, you know, here is the top of the ocean, and divine masculines usually got a whole heap of things going on under the surface here. And so he's realizing now that he doesn't have to necessarily deal with this on his own. He can speak to divine feminine. He can say, I've had a bad day today, or an awkward day today, you know, and speak about it and feel as though he's going to be listened to and feel as though he's going to, you know, get this love from divine feminine because she is remaining so calm in most circumstances. I'm sure she's had a few little meltdowns, but, you know, we just had the full moon, so sometimes there's a couple of little meltdowns, you know, a little bit of chocolate eaten, you know, perhaps a longer bubble bath, and we won't go there, but you know, she's trying to stay in this loving vibration. When divine masculine comes in, she's being kind. She's being loving. She's being generous. This is the true twin flame energy. All right, one message from divine masculine to feminine, please. I keep myself busy with the things I do, but every time I pause, I still think of you. Message from divine feminine. Oh, that came out quickly. To masculine. Of course, I smile whenever I get a message from you. The joint love message is a very beautiful message. I am currently working on becoming the best version of myself, which is actually the most perfect thing you can do in the twin flame journey because it brings your counterpart in. Wow, long reading, beautiful reading. I hope you stayed till the end. If you did, thank you. I hope it made sense. And I'm sending you so much love and peace and light this day. And I can't wait to see you my next video. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.